Hey guys, it's John, ReelBlue Custom Rods, and welcome back to the channel. And continuing to move forward with this orange rod build, what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and add the foregrip. So I've already added the CFX carbon handle, also added the American Tackle aluminum reel seat, and now we're going to get into that foregrip. So the first thing that I want to do with respect to the foregrip, I want to go and measure out where this is going to lie. And we're just going to say it's going to be right here. All right. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the first thing that I want to do, as I did with the handle and the reel seat, is I want to make sure that when I add this foregrip that I'm going to have good adhesion. And because this is, again, a custom painted blank, I just want to knock the gloss off of the orange paint to make sure I get good adhesion or a good bond with my Pro Paste or Rod Bond or whatever type of adhesive you're using in your two components. So I have that mark where that I believe that foregrip will stop, and I'm just going to rotate that, spin that around a little bit just to scratch that up. Reason why is I want to go too far because all I'm going to have actually just past that, grind it up just a little bit or scuff it up just a little bit, is I'm going to have that, I'll have a winding check on there. So now I'm just using my green pad, again, take off some of that gloss, if you will, that shine on that blank. And I'll just take this little shop towel and come back and wipe that clean a little bit. All right, and again, so you can see, you know, quite a contrast here between nice glossy presentable blank and then not so shiny, glossy blank on the right here. The second thing I want to do, probably one of the most important, easiest things that you can do to save yourself a lot of time in the future, is because I'm going to put paste on here. And remember, you know, I left a gap down inside here. So, because when I slide that foregrip down, I want whatever paste I have on here, a little bit of excess, I want it pushed inside this reel seat. But because I'm going to do that, I am going to get paste on my reel seat. And I don't want paste on my reel seat, or if I get paste on my reel seat, I want to minimize the amount of paint I get on my reel seat. And I need to protect my threads, right? Because it's just going to save me a lot of work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a piece of frog tape. I like the yellow tape. Green tape works well as well. I use green and yellow for two different purposes when it comes to rod building. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here where it's kind of flat. And I'm going to start laying down some frog tape here. And I'm going to actually tear a little bit of this off because of the locking nuts on the reel seat. Okay, and I'll just fold that tape over so I can pull it off easy. And again, this is all an attempt to keep as much of that paste off of there. Very easy step that will save you a lot of possible steps in the future. All right, so now I have that on there. I'm ready to go ahead and mix my paste and slide on my foregrip. Okay, so I have my Rod Bond mixed up here. Again, Rod Bond, Pro Paste, whatever adhesive it is you like. And then I'm going to start from the bottom actually here. I'm going to get some right up on the edge, but I know it's going to slide down, and it doesn't take a lot, but I'm just kind of working this back towards the front. And the reason why I'm working this back towards the front is I'm going to go back towards my blue mark where I know the top is. However, I actually got to go past that mark because I've got that bored out, that foregrip bored out to a certain spot, and it's going to be tight at that blue mark. So if I just slide it on without taking the paste past this blue mark, I'm actually really going to just start pushing the paste off the blank down towards the bottom. So what I like to do is I like to go past my mark a little bit. And of course, I'm going to come back and clean that up, right? But I like to go past that mark a little bit because that's going to help me make sure that I get pro paste underneath or inside the. Now I'm going to use my stick that I mix my pro paste with. Just take this excess paste off the handle like that. Now I'm going to set that aside. All right, now I'm going to do two things. I'm going to come back with my isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to start cleaning my blank first. And I'm going to have some thread work go past that. So it's not going to be a big deal, really. But I'm cleaning it up, making sure I just don't have any extra paste on there. Then I'm going to come back here to my foregrip and my reel seat and wipe that off as well. And I'm not sure what happened. If some of that got missed on that video, I will be pissed off. I hope it is not missed, but it looked like my camera did something. I'm not sure what it was. All right, so I'm just going back and cleaning everything up. You can get some isopropyl alcohol on your handle, on your EVA foam grip. It's totally fine. And I'm going back and cleaning that up a little bit. And then I'm just going to come back and grab my tape. Peel my tape off. Throw that in the trash. And then come back with some isopropyl alcohol again. And just make sure I clean out anything that might have got in there, which it looks like I did a pretty good job, and I did not. Now I'm just going to take that, wipe that down. Now that I have my handle on and we're good to go, I'm going to take a little bit of that pro paste that I had. And I'm just going to add a little back around this part of the handle. Or your rod bond in this case. All right. Now I'm going to set that aside. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my winding check, my aluminum winding check. And I'm just going to push this down. push that down with that with that popsicle stick. All right. Keep that off to the side. I'm going to grab some isopropyl alcohol really quick. And start working that rod bond away from that EVA foam grip with pieces of my shop towel and my isopropyl alcohol. All right. And then as I do that, I'll start to take, I'm going to clean everything up here. Make sure it all looks good first. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'll come in again and I'll get right in the crack the best I can on any cracks or seams there, and make sure that I'm removing any resemblance of the rod bond, if you will. Now I know there's a gazillion ways to probably add a winding check, man, but this is how I've been adding them for a very long time, and it tends to work out pretty good for me. And I hope if you decide to do this, that it will work out good for you this way as well. Again, I'm just sticking, like using my finger in the edge and trying to work out any excess rod bond. All right. And then that's it. So I hope this helps. I hope I was able to kind of give you a better, insight into how to add the foregrip, some techniques that I use in adding the foregrip, protecting my reel seat from the paste, and then following up quickly behind it with the winding check. Please let me know if you have any comments. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about any of the processes I showed you today, or just rod building in general. And again, comment below on if you think you know what this rod theme is going to be. Again, now you're really starting to see the orange and the blue come together. What's the theme of the rod going to be? And again, the hint that I will give is sports, and we'll see what kind of answers we start to get. So this is a third video on that rod build. All of the subsequent videos are going to be about this rod build, and so you can just kind of see this one come to life kind of over the next couple of weeks. So hope this helps. Make sure you guys watch this next video here. And until next time, guys, take care.